Hey, good morning, my friends. Derek from Bomb Socks here with more Bomb Bites, feasting upon the words of Christ, and we do it one bite at a time. So today, I want to start with a little Who Am I quiz, all right? So the Who Am I here? A prophet came to me when I was young and told me of records engraved on metal plates that he had hidden in a hill. He told me to go to the hill when I was older and obtain the plates, all right? In my mid-teens, I was visited of Jesus Christ. I tried to share part of what I had learned, but the people hardened their hearts. I was in my early 20s when I received the plates from a hill where they were hidden. I was large in stature. I had the same name as my father. The people in my time lived in a state of apostasy. I led my people as a military leader, as a prophet, and as a record keeper. I was forced by my enemies to leave my home and move with my people from city to city. And then the last one, my enemies finally succeeded in killing me. All right. So in your mind, you're probably just like, okay, I think I have an idea of who this is. You're probably thinking it's maybe Joseph Smith, right? Seems to fit perfectly. Well, you are wrong. You are so wrong, it's not even funny. No, I'm just kidding. You're sort of wrong. Could it possibly be maybe this guy? Okay, could it be the prophet Mormon? There are tons of similarities between Mormon and Joseph Smith. A prophet came to him when he was young, told him of records engraved on metal plates that he had hidden in a hill. He told him to go to the hill when he was older and obtain the plates. We'll talk more about that actually in a little bit greater detail tomorrow. This today is just going to be kind of a quick little overview of the Book of Mormon in the Book of Mormon. In my mid-teens, I was visited by Jesus Christ, also a great one. I'm going to focus on that one as well. I tried to share part of what I had learned, but the people hardened their hearts. Mormon was very much a prophet without a people. He lived in a great time of apostasy. We'll bring that up as well. I was in my early 20s when I received the plates from the hill from where they were hidden. I was large in stature. He was. Mormon was a big dude. In fact, Mormon calls himself young and was large in stature. So he was their leader of their army. Now, in the old manual, Church History in the Fullness of Times, it says that Joseph Smith was well over 6 feet tall, probably about a 6'2" or so, a burly farm guy. All the Smith boys were just big. Don Carlos Smith was 6'5". I mean, these Smith boys were large in stature, literally. So he had the name of his father. Obviously, Joseph Smith was named after his father, Joseph. Mormon, in Mormon chapter 1, it says, I'm Mormon, being a descendant of Nephi, and my father's name was Mormon as well. So you got that. The people lived in a time of apostasy. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. He led his people as a military leader, a prophet, and a record keeper. He was a very young military leader at the time. I was forced by my enemies to leave my home and move with my people from city to city. Mormon has that happen many times. Joseph, of course, has that happen as well. And his enemies finally succeeding in killing him. So you see a lot of similarities there between Mormon and Joseph Smith, two wonderful good men. Just to give you a little bit of an overview about who Mormon is. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk in the last couple of years, particularly from President Nelson, and I totally get this, and I don't apologize for it at all, how we are no longer using the name Mormon at all to really describe ourselves. And I totally get that, because it is all about us being followers of Jesus Christ, which rightfully so it should be. But in all of that said, I don't want to disparage the word Mormon. The word Mormon is not a bad word, even though originally when it came out back in the early days of the church, when we were called Mormons, it was almost a derogatory type of name, almost like a slur type of a thing. And so nowadays when people call us Mormons, and I agree 100% with the idea of calling us members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I do want to show you something right here from President Gordon B. Hinckley a few years ago that I really think we do need to remember about the name Mormon. So in asking you the question, does it bug you to be called a Mormon? Look what President Hinckley said. This is 30 years ago. But it says, while I sometimes regret that people do not call this church by its proper name, as you see that it's been, called that many times, I am happy that the nickname they use is one of great honor, made so by a remarkable man, and a book which gives an unmatched testimony concerning the Redeemer of the world, which I love that, how Mormon has a testimony of Jesus Christ. Anyone who comes to know the man Mormon through the reading and the pondering of his words, will come to know that Mormon is not a word of disrepute, but that it represents the greatest good, that good which is of God. And so that's just a couple of things I wanted you to remember as we start off the Book of Mormon in the Book of Mormon. And I have grown to love Mormon so much, probably more so than I ever have in reading the Book of Mormon. As I'm taking it literally one bite at a time, I've really seen the kind of editor that he is and the things that he has included for us. And I love how applicable and how relevant it is to our day. So I love Mormon and I love his writings, and I look forward to spending this week with you studying the Book of Mormon in the Book of Mormon. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing. We will see you tomorrow as I introduce you a little bit more to Mormon, and hopefully you grow to love him just a little bit more this week as well. You guys are great. Godspeed, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.